Open your device and select your Wi-Fi network. Open the Offshore app. The Offshore app has sample GRIB forecast data installed, so that you can check all of the functionality of the app without downloading any data. The animation can be controlled by moving the ball on the slider or using the left and right arrows. You can view the wind in three formats: arrows with pressure contours, wind barbs with pressure contour lines and wind speed gradient, and directional arrows with pressure contours and wind speed gradient. In addition, the other forecast variables such as rain, cloud, air temperature, gust, cape, and wave can be viewed by tapping on the relevant menus. Use the standard touch pinch gestures to zoom in and out, and use tap and drag to pan the map. Now we will download a weather route and GRIBs with a file size suitable for a satellite connection. To download the latest forecast data, tap and drag the green start waypoint and the red destination waypoint to your desired locations. The relevant GRIBs and other associated forecast data will automatically be selected. You can manually adjust this area by selecting the Offshore GRIB view from the main menu, then by dragging the corners of the white box. On the map, tap on the waypoint icon to manually edit the GPS coordinates. Here we can also add and delete waypoints to the route using the plus and minus symbols. Once our waypoints are set, select green Download icon, top right. This moves us to the Download Settings page. Here we can change our parameters, which is very important for satellite and low bandwidth connections. The app comes loaded with suitable default settings. They are High Resolution GRIBs off, Offshore GRIBs on. Offshore GRIB preferences are a submenu. Here we have Forecast Model, we have all models selected. Interval, this is the time step of the GRIBs. We have 12 hourly selected. Days is the number of days. We have 5 days of GRIBs selected. Resolution, we can choose 100 km or 50 km resolution. Then we can select other forecast variables. The default settings are wind, rain and pressure. Other options are wave, gust, cape, air temperature, cloud. Once we are satisfied, we can tap back to go to the download settings page again. Ocean data files are generally too big for a satellite connection. Please see the ocean data tutorial. Next, we can check our weather routing is turned on. Here we could also select departure planning or a destination forecast. These features require the standard or professional package. We can also select our weather routing preferences. Once we have selected those, we can tap back to return to the download settings page. Next is the GMD-SS forecast, which is a small file important for checking weather warnings. The last setting is satellite imagery, which is another option, but a larger file to download. Now we have these download settings, they will remain the same for future downloads. At the bottom of the screen in the blue bar, we now have our estimated file size, which is acceptable for a satellite phone download. Tap Continue to download. First-time users of the app, you will be prompted to add your PredictWind email and password. This is the same user ID that you use in all PredictWind apps and the PredictWind website. Once completed, tap Continue. Now we're on the Downloads page. Here you can select your connection type. Web is for land-based internet connections. Iridium Go, Red Port Optimizer, Global Star, and for SSB connections or a satellite connection without a direct connection capability, you can retrieve weather data via email. It is important at this stage to check that you are connected to your chosen connection in the main settings on our device. Once you have selected your connection type, continue to download all. Once all of the files are downloaded and have a tick next to them, tap Close on the top right. We are then taken to the weather routing tables that have detailed data for our weather route in graphs, wind, summary, route, wave, and current. This is also where the export function is for the weather route. Next, we will tap on Map. Here we can see our weather routes and grids together. Tap the play button to animate the routes and the grids. The boats and grids will move in time. You can control the animation speed with the pop-up control. The color of the route is related to the relevant weather model. To change between models, tap on Forecast Model and select from the bottom menus. Tap the menu button top left to show the other forecast formats. Tapping the menu button again will show you the full screen. Tap on High Resolution to view the high-resolution grid files. The larger 8 km area requires the standard package of Predict Wind, and the small 1 km areas require the professional package. Only areas that have been downloaded are available to view. If the Show Route button is selected, the high-resolution areas will be automatically displayed as the boat passes through these areas. If you turn off the Show Route button, you can manually select the high-resolution areas. Tap the menu button. Select GMDSS Forecasts. Then click on the link in the middle of the GMDSS area. GMDSS forecasts are safety warnings that are created by meteorologists from the responsible regional meteorological office. Press the X button top right to close. To view satellite images, select Satellite Imagery from the menu bar. Then click on the link in the middle of the satellite image area. You can select between color or black and white images. Press the X button top right to close. You are now ready to explore the Offshore app for yourself. Please contact us on support@predictwind.com if you have any further questions.